Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Romance Languages live show. I forgot to turn on one of the lights. Sorry, guys. Yes, it works better now. So, welcome back. And if you're new to the show, oh my God, this looks horrible. What's wrong? Okay. I'm completely sidetracked by those lights that should be here, and here they are. Let's start again. So welcome everybody to the Romance Languages live stream. This is our monthly show that we do on the Romance Languages Hub. Romance Languages Hub is a subdivision of the Ecolinguist channel, and this show is all about Romance languages. So we just meet here on this channel, hang out, you guys call me in, and we can improvise language challenges. So today, hopefully someone is going to call me. I've prepared some challenges as usual, thanks to artificial intelligence and language models that we have available right now. I'm able to improvise some challenges on my own, but it's always better to have real people doing this for us. So if you are a speaker of a Romance language, whether you are a native speaker or a language learner that reached high level of fluency in one of the Romance languages, you're welcome to call me during the show, and we can have some fun with Romance languages. Okay? The image is not very clear. What does that mean? Orietta, maybe you should try your test your internet connection. It seems like my internet connection is working fine, but if anyone else has some troubles with the image clarity or sound quality, just let me know. Cobra Commander says image looks good on my screen. That's good then. So the image quality is fine. The sound quality hopefully is also fine. And by the way, if you are new to the show and you don't know how to join me live, you will find a link in the description box to a registration form. The registration form, after filling it out, you will receive an email with the instructions on how to join this stream. You basically just need to click on the right link and set up your camera and microphone, and you will be connecting with me. And then I will have a list of people on this side, and I will be able to add you in. Hopefully, it's very helpful if you put your native language in the brackets next to your name when you are connecting, because then I'm able to tell if you are the right person to be added into the stream at the moment when we are doing something that requires a French speaker, let's say, and I see you speak French. I will add you in, and that would be a perfect fit for the challenge, for example. So yes, this is the registration form. Please fill it in if you want to participate. If you participated in these shows before, you don't have to register again. You can just use the same link as before, but links are different for different channels. So don't confuse this show with other shows that I run. I run Germanic Languages Hub show, I run Slavic Languages Hub show, and of course the Ecolinguist channel, the main show that happens there. So every show has a unique link to join during the live stream. Yes. So basically that's what's happening. And yes, meanwhile, I don't know if you've seen what's going on the Ecolinguist channel, but I'm working on a few new projects. And actually, recently we did one project featuring Romance languages. I think I can tell you now what it's gonna be. It's gonna be Romanian. Can Italian speakers understand Romanian? We recorded that, and it went really well. It's very interesting. It's not what you would expect to happen. So currently, I'm editing the video. I'm trying to do the first cut. I've just recorded so many projects that it may take some time for me to edit them, but we did it last week. It turned out really interesting. So that's going to be happening for Romance languages on the Ecolinguist channel. Pretty soon it's going to be published, hopefully within the next couple of weeks. Yeah, we haven't really had the Romanian versus Italian on my channel yet. We did Romanian versus Latin and Latin versus Romanian. We did that. We did those 2 episodes, but nothing that was specifically dedicated to Romanian and Italian. Once we did at the beginning of my channel, we did Romanian and Quebecois French and Mexican Spanish. We did that episode. It was one of my first episodes, I remember. But but Romanian hasn't been featured on my main channel for a long while, so I'm trying to change that. Okay. And today I also published a French mini challenge on the Ecolinguist channel. So if you haven't seen that yet, it's in the short section. You know, now on YouTube you have the short format, the one that you scroll when you are, I don't know, you have nothing better to do with your life, so you just like scroll through your feed. And now you can find some Ecolinguist mini challenges there in your feed. So if you are into this kind of stuff, check it out, because we created some mini challenges in different languages. But most recently today I published the French mini challenge. So you can test yourself and see how much you can understand, and if you can guess what word is described in the mini challenge. Joanna, you say you are calling. I can't see you yet, but that's fine. Maybe you need some time to connect. Yeah, so it might take some time before people gather up. I usually do the 10-minute countdown before the start of the show, but it usually takes some more time for people to realize that the show is live and that they want to participate. They need to maybe organize themselves. Maybe they need to, finish up their dinners and stuff like that. Or lunches, because I think in Brazil it's still pretty early. There are some interesting things that I discovered today regarding the ChatGPT, the language model that everybody is talking about. And actually it's a very interesting tool. So actually I think that it's not an artificial intelligence. We tend to call them artificial intelligence. This kind of things, artificial intelligence, but ChatGPT is just a language model. So it's not intelligent in the way that artificial intelligence is supposed to be. But it's pretty good at predicting what words should be combined together or are combined together in natural speech. So it's very good at copying and mimicking that, which is very interesting. So Anna, you're trying to join. You're switching screens on your phone. Okay. Probably you would have to have the eCam software open in your browser on the main screen to be able to connect. Hi, can you do Asian languages channel? Steven is asking. I think for now it's too soon for me to start a channel dedicated specifically to Asian languages. I think first I would cover them on the Ecolinguist channel, and maybe then I would create a separate hub, like Asian languages hub. But Asian languages, it's a very big term. You know, it includes so many different language families. So I don't think that would work. We would have to get more specific than just calling a channel Asian languages hub. We would need something like what are the Asian languages? The Japanese is Aotai. What language family is Japanese? It's Japonic or Japanese Ryukanian language family. Yeah, you see, it's a pretty complex idea. Oh, that's an interesting comment from Charto. So you say that actually ChatGPT is just the user interface to the language model GPT 3.3. The language model was trained using supervised learning, so it's kind of an AI. It is so complicated, you see. So I like calling it a language model. That's kind of tells you what it is, basically. And it doesn't sound as scary as artificial intelligence. But I asked ChatGPT today before the show, I asked ChatGPT to generate a French sentence that is likely to be understood by speakers of all Romance languages based on cognate similarities. And it came up with this. Meanwhile, we are waiting for the first caller to call. We can just focus on that for a second. So here we've got the sentence. Let's play it.
Le restaurant est proche de la station.
Ah! Sorry about that. It doesn't look...
Le restaurant est proche de la station.
Yeah, so it says that the restaurant is close to the station, and it gives the list of all the cognates that we have in other Romance languages. So obviously restaurant, restaurant, French.
Le restaurant.
Le
Le restaurant.
restaurant.
Le restaurant.
Le restaurant. It's such a weird word. It's present in so many languages. In Polish, we say restauracja. For some reason, it just spread all over the world. It's a very popular cognate. Station is similar to estación or
Estação.
estação. In Portuguese, stazione.
Stazione.
Stazione in Italian and statie.
Statie.
Statie. Statie in Romanian. Yeah, and actually generated some more examples, but we might have a look at it when we have some more people calling in. So we can look at it together and see if you guys are able to recognize the cognates in the sentences. Okay, so for some reason, Joanna, you say that you're still calling, but it's not coming through. Remember that we are on the Romance Languages Hub, so make sure you're using the right link, because maybe you're calling to Germanic Languages Hub, because I know you were a participant there also. So just make sure you're using the right link. But meanwhile, I have the first caller, Michael. Hello, Michael. So, Michael, I'm going to add you now, so just get ready. But first, maybe let me fix your camera.
Wait,
Here we
take out
Oh.
the.
I think.
Okay.
Okay. Oh,
It's like a.
don't worry.
Shift
Don't move. Don't move. I'm gonna fix this.
That's fine now.
Okay. Yes, here we are.
Hello.
Hello, Michael. So maybe let's start with the introduction. So could you introduce yourself, but use one of the Romance languages that you speak?
Cioè, vorrei partire con l'italiano.
Italiano?
È
Bene.
più facile, cioè quello più fluente che posso parlare. Sì, allora sì, sono polacco, cresciuto in Grecia. A parte l'italiano, parlo anche francese e spagnolo. E poi la storia, cosa posso dire? What I can say that can be essential to know how I learn the languages, why I love the languages.
So you said that Italian is the language that you are most fluent in terms of
Yes,
Romance languages.
due to the studies that I done in Switzerland.
Did you study something in Italian, or Italian was your main subject?
Yeah, I studied in Italian and Spanish, basically.
And Spanish, okay.
Yeah, so that's.
Okay, so you're good with those. Let me just have a quick look again. What languages do you speak? And what about your French?
Si je parlais français, c'est pour l'amour pour la langue. C'est une langue très sentimentale, je peux dire. Spécialement ce temps ici, printemps, j'aime m'exprimer en français. C'est vraiment une langue d'amour, la plus belle que je connais.
So you picked it up because it sounded nice to you. It was kind of a sentimental thing.
Yes, it's like comes the springtime, I start to dream in French. Like, you know, it really has to do with the emotional, let's say, part of myself. So, yeah.
Okay, so French. Here we have a question about French. Ankarat is asking a question about the sentence I just quoted a minute ago. What sort of station does it mean? Because we had the sentence in French that says
La gare. If I can say my opinion, it's mostly that firstly, because it's specifically for the train.
La Gare.
But
Okay, so there are two. So there is a station that la station is just a station that could be any kind of a station. Could be a bus station or train station. And
exactly,
La
as we
Gare.
say, as we say in Polish, przystanek for the bus. Yes, so we have a distinct word.
Yeah. So it could be just like a bus stop also.
The station.
Okay, I see Joanna is calling, so we're going to add Joanna. And maybe Joanna speaks French and she will be able to tell us. Joanna, just one request, if you could maybe keep your phone in a horizontal position, that would help to frame you a little bit better. Okay. Yes. Okay. Let's do that. So let's switch to the other screen, and we can't see Joanna too well. Joanna, we just see a part of your face. So if you could just maybe keep. Can we hear you, Joanna? Joanna, are you there?
I can talk. I can hear you at least.
Okay, so maybe we could try to fix the framing, or I could just add your voice for now.
This better?
Maybe let me check if that's gonna.
Or this?
But you are moving it a lot, You so if you could just keep it like in one place. Oh, hello, Joanna.
Yes.
Yes, because I do have the power of moving things around and fixing the framing. So that's good. If you could hold it like this. So Joanna, you've been on the show before.
That's right.
But if you could introduce yourself in one of the Romance languages to us again, that would be great.
Okay, voy a elegir el español, que es mi mejor idioma romance. Bueno, me llamo Joanna, soy intérprete, vengo de los Países Bajos, pero actualmente estoy en Finlandia. Y bueno, hablo el español, que también es mi idioma de trabajo. Hablo también bastante bien el francés y el rumeno, y entiendo un poco del portugués, del italiano y bueno, quizá algo de los demás lenguas romance, ¿no?
Oh, great. So you both don't speak Portuguese, right? You have no idea about Portuguese.
No falta portugués.
I speak Spanish, so, bueno, hablo el español, entonces el portugués lo
también.
entiendo bastante bien y lo hablo también un poco, pero no sé si voy a entender todo, especialmente si van a hablar algún dialecto un poco más raro. Pero bueno.
Okay, I see. So maybe I'm going to generate a quick challenge in Portuguese. Okay. This is actually a very easy one, but let's do it anyways.
O hotel moderno fica próximo ao centro da cidade.
So, Michael, maybe you go first, yeah.
Not all the part of the sentence, but I could pick up that where is the nearest shopping center from the city, like something like this.
Let's listen to it again.
O hotel moderno fica próximo ao centro da cidade.
Cal moderno, it's not univocal. Próxima da cidade, it means next to the city, yes. So I suppose something has to do. Where is the something the most near, close to the city?
And Joanna, what did you get?
O hotel fica próximo ao centro da cidade. I would say that it means that the hotel is close to the city center.
Yeah, the modern hotel is close to the city center.
Okay, that's
A hotel moderno. Yeah, it's kind of interesting, and we see the proximo is a very interesting cognate. How do you say that in Romanian? Joanna, I think you speak that, right?
Aproape, I think.
Yes. So
Or appropriate.
Appropriate, yes. So let's try to read those examples so we can hear them in different languages. So we've got the Portuguese one.
Próximo.
Próximo. Then we've got Spanish.
Spanish would be próximo.
Próximo. French.
le proche.
Proche. Italian. Michael.
Prossimo.
And Romanian.
Appropriate.
Appropriat, yeah, Joanna?
Appropriate.
Appropriate.
Appropriate, yeah. Yeah, so Romanian is a bit odd here, but you kind of, if you really want to, you can see some similarities there, right?
Although in Spain you could say próximo, but I think the more common way of saying it would be cerca.
Cerca.
Yes, depends the usage. Next station, próxima estación.
Yeah.
Cerca is
La
nearby.
próxima parada is the next stop, but if you want to say that the hotel is close to the city center, then I would say something like
Cerca.
el hotel queda cerca del centro de la ciudad or something.
Yes, so there are not exact equivalents of the word cerca or close, right? There are some
the same in Italian. Prossima stazione, l'hotel vicino, l'albergo vicino al centro della città. The same. And in French also.
And interesting from Claudio that in Italian we have the verb appropinquarsi. How do you read that?
Appropinquarsi, sì. Boh, non lo conosco. I don't know. It has to be researched.
Yes, so it's the Romanian cognate here present from Latin appropinquare.
Yes, Romanian often takes the cognates directly, almost from Latin.
Okay, that's great. So, actually, I have some interesting challenges for today. Just 2 or 3, I think. I've prepared just 2 or 3, but we're going to focus on Sicilian. So you guys are not familiar with the Sicilian language, right? Michael, maybe?
No.
No.
Yeah.
And Michael, actually, you sound a little bit quiet. I'm not sure. Is it possible for you to increase the
volume.
The
of the
volume.
microphone. Is it better now?
Not yet. No.
Well, that's strange. Well, because my settings, I guess I have downloaded like that. I mean, here in the video, maybe by the browser, maybe there, suppose. Voila. Is it something better now? Has it changed?
Not much. No.
Not much, no. I cannot find any controllers, so. Well, I can speak louder, that's enough.
Okay, let's try that. Let's try that then. So you're not familiar with the Sicilian language, right? And ChatGPT doesn't really work that well with minority languages and languages that don't have enough content online to learn from. But these were made by real people. So I met those people and on a video chat, and we created some challenges this way. So okay, let's do this. I'm going to play it twice. You can think about what it could be, maybe take some notes of the cognates, and after that I'm going to display the text on the screen. Okay? So let's listen to the first challenge.
Isn't playing anything? Not yet.
Can you actually hear anything? No?
No. No.
Oh,
No.
okay. Okay, I see. Let me try this. Because I was playing it, I thought you were able to hear it. I think I know what's the problem. One second. Yeah. So, Joanna, actually, you speak Romanian, right?
Da, yes.
Yes. So maybe you could give us a quick challenge while I'm sorting this Sicilian challenge. You could give us a quick challenge in Romanian.
I will try and do that, yes.
You can maybe describe a word in Romanian or give us a sentence to
Yes, I will
translate.
try and describe a word in Romanian.
Okay. That's good. So whenever you're ready.
Right, I will start. Acest fenomen este un obiect foarte mare. În centrul acest obiectului se întâmplă procese fizice nucleare. În timp de zi putem să vedem acest fenomen la cer și în general este depictat cu o culoare sau ruge sau galben.
Michael, do you have any ideas?
Portocaliu este și posibil ca culoare. Desigur.
Something about
Okay.
physics.
Of course, we have to do with nuclear physics and some physical phenomenon that is going to be. Something that's confusing me is the influence from the Slavian languages, the może, which means sea, at least in Polish. But can be also maybe. So, well, I have an imagination that we are speaking about explosion, wybuch in Polish, and because it maybe happen in the center of the something nuclear reactor, but is it explosion? The word?
O explozie. Și explozie poate să se întâmplă o explozie dintre acest obiect și dintre acest obiect, dar nu cred că sunt exploziile, chiar mai bine sunt procese fizice nucleare, reacție. Sunt reacții nucleare. Nu cred că definitiv sunt explozii, dar la sfârșit vieții, da, o să poate întâmpla o explozie, da.
So it's an explosion, or is it like a chain reaction?
That can provoke explosion.
Nu este chiar o explozie. Explozia întâmplă la sfârșit. La sfârșit de viață.
Okay.
În principiu este un proces normal fizic de fuzie.
Tak, okay. Yes. So, I mean, okay, the beginning is the principal reaction, the fusion. So, after the fusion, we have the generation of the plasma, and so, I know, I'm thinking about the physical, process, yes, but the word.
Este un fenomen 100% natural. Nu este ocazionat de oameni.
It's a supernatural effect process, but supernatural. So that blows my mind. The supernatural, because
100% natural. Nu este supernatural, este 100% natural.
100% natural. Okay. Suta, if I will go with the chain Italian, sotto, cioè
Okay. I mean, there are some suggestions here.
Yes, I start to read.
Yeah, so let's see. Maybe someone got it right. So we have Charto saying it's Oficina Atomica, nuclear submarine, volcano, or is it natural and not man-made? Maybe you could elaborate on that a little bit in Romanian.
I was thinking about
Toate sugestiile sunt incorrecte. Cobra are drept când zice că este un fenomen natural care se întâmplă în universum și că nu este artificial, nu este ocazionat de oameni.
Ocazionat de ce?
De oameni.
De oameni. Ce sunt oameni?
Oameni. De oameni. Oameni sunt persoane care trăiește în țară.
It's a tough one. It's a really tough one you gave us.
I mean,
Tu ești oameni, eu sunt oameni, Michael este oameni, Barack Obama este un om.
Okay. man. So
Humans.
So the point in all this context, it's not man-made. It's not made by man. It's something in the universe. I was thinking like now I have the word. I was thinking the core, because in the core of the Earth, of the Sun, we have these nuclear processes, and so the core.
Exact este o reacție nucleară care se întâmplă în centru obiectului.
Obiectul, if object we consider planets, but no, it's not always.
Eruption, maybe eruption, volcano eruption, but it's not atomic. It has nothing to do with.
No, it's not atomic.
Yeah.
Nu este un vulcan. Nu este un vulcan.
Vulcan?
Nie jest.
Okay.
We have another suggestion from Charto. Well, Stella, maybe a star. Is it a star? Stella.
Stella è de limba latina.
Star, right?
Star. Da, este o stea, este o stea, dar este un exemplu specific.
Vitaly says it's the sun, Sol.
The sun is correct.
The sun is correct. Yes,
Congratulations, Vitaly. Yeah, so that was an easy word, a very simple word, but the explanation was very technical, which the sun can get very technical if you start going into the details of what it really is. Yeah, so how would that be in Romanian?
Soare.
Soare. It's the sun. Good. Very well. I think now we can move on to the Sicilian challenge. Hopefully this is going to work. First I'm going to play it to you, and then maybe I will play it twice, and then I will show you the text, and we will see how much you're going to understand. Let's listen.
Zocco è una torre avuta con una luce potente che serve a guidare nave per farci capire se stanno in pericolo. Ha usato fino ai tempi antichi, con il primo faro saputo a sistematori egiziani, quasi 2080 anni prima di Cristo. Si può trovare nei quais, nell'isola e nei poeti. È importante per chi serve per la sicurezza, per la guida e per la speranza.
Now you heard it, right? Good, so let's listen to it again.
Zocco è una torre avuta con una luce potente che serve a guidare nave per farci capire se stanno in pericolo. Ha usato fino ai tempi antichi, con il primo faro saputo a sistematori egiziani, quasi 2080 anni prima di Cristo. Si può trovare nei quais, nell'isola e nei poeti. È importante per chi serve per la sicurezza, per la guida e per la speranza.
Did you understand anything from it?
Yes, from Italian, yes, many words. Gioque, the first one, it's okay. I tried to guess, but I'm not sure. For me, it's like an encounter of a place that has so much light, and it is known from the ancient times, from the Egyptian times. Even he said the age 89 prima Cristo, before Christ, something like that. It was like for the safety, an island, but the finding yourself in island is misleading. You can lost yourself. Yeah,
Okay.
nothing sensible.
Okay, what about you, Joanna?
Ah, ¿debo de contestar en español o en inglés?
En español.
En español, vale. Bueno, lo que entendí es que algo que sirve para señalar si, bueno, si alguien necesitar pasar a un puerto cuando está navegando por el mar y bueno, y emite mucha luz. Entonces es algo que guía, bueno, a los barcos, a la gente que está navegando, a los navegadores, les guía hasta un lugar seguro. Eso es lo que he entendido. Entonces supongo que es un faro, pero no lo sé a ciencia cierta.
Sì, io sto d'accordo che può essere un faro. It can be, how we call it, the light in
A lighthouse.
the lighthouse. So because exactly it was because the Egyptians was the first, I guess, from the Alexandria.
Ah.
Yes, the lighthouse of Alexandria. It was one of the miracles of the world, I guess. So, yeah, lighthouse.
Okay,
It's not the
so
stars. It's not the stars because
you are correct. You are correct. This is a lighthouse. This is the text. And the Sicilian word, let me quickly copy this, is this.
Cristo é o faro.
Chissà un faro.
Chi è un faro? Ah, questo è il faro.
Faro. Yes. So
Questo è un faro.
yes, exactly. So do you see any more cognates now when you see it written? This is a Palmeritano dialect of Sicilian from Palermo.
Palermo.
Questo è, of course in Italian. Faro, okay, it's a Greek word, so it's the same.
Yeah. What does it mean in Greek? Does it have any double meaning or?
Yes, pharos, it's a derivative of pheno. So phano, it has to shine, to show. So yes, it draws the R-O. I don't want to guess, but yeah, what I said.
Yeah. So it's related to glowing and guiding.
Phenomenon, we say phenomenon, something that is appearing and we see it. Pheno, and many others.
Yes, pheno is a root that is very common. Also, for example, in the word phenotype, which is the genetic makeup, but the phenotype is how it appears to the outside world.
Interesting. So yeah.
So in Greek, indeed, if you say in modern Greek, you also have that word. I think in modern Greek it's a mediopassive, so it's phenome.
Phenome, yes, yes. How
That
I
is in
appear
modern
to
Greek.
the
I don't speak ancient Greek, so I have no idea what it was like back then. But in modern Greek, if you say phenete, it just means like it seems or something.
Yes, it appears, it seems, yes.
It appears, it seems.
Phenu is the ancient.
Yeah, but in modern Greek, it's a mediopassive.
And apparently
Phenu.
in Latin it's farus.
Pharos.
Farus est. Yeah, and Michael, you were asking about the word this is, how did he say?
Questo
Zocque?
Zocque.
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 Yes, was my question.
So it's basically, it means what is it? What is it? Yeah.
Cos'è?
What is it? Yeah.
Zocque?
Zocque. Yeah. Very close to. I mean, it's actually very different to Italian when you think about it.
Yes.
So that's interesting. So that was a challenge. But some people in the chat, they got it pretty fast. Katyusha thought it was GPS. Yes, but
Yes, that's a modern lighthouse, Tom.
yes, maybe Katyusha missed the Egyptian, the mention of the Egyptians there, ancient Egyptians.
I just heard the boats, and I was like, if it's a boat and it emits light, it must be a lighthouse. That's pretty much my only thought. I missed the Egyptian thing entirely.
Yes, but that's what I grasped, however.
Yeah.
The knowledge of story.
So that's the lighthouse. That's the lighthouse in English. And we can move on to the next Sicilian challenge. Okay, let's listen to it first.
Zocco, è una cosa fatta di neve. Ava fai un cristiano. Normalmente si fanno 3 grandi palle di neve che sono diverse di misura e sono appiccicate una sopra l'altra. Qualche volta lo fanno più saporito mettendoci tipo il ruabe, i capped o cose come la carota per un naso e tipo il ruaccio in taluacchi. È una cosa piaciuta in inverno, specialmente per i picciridi. È un simbolo inverno a divertimento e fantasia.
Okay, so let's listen to it again. Okay.
Zocco, è una cosa fatta di neve. Ava fai un cristiano. Normalmente si fanno 3 grandi palle di neve che sono diverse di misura e sono appiccicate una sopra l'altra. Qualche volta lo fanno più saporito mettendoci tipo il ruabe, i capped o cose come la carota per un naso e tipo il ruaccio in taluacchi. È una cosa piaciuta in inverno, specialmente per i picciridi. È un simbolo inverno a divertimento e fantasia.
Okay.
Non ci credo. I don't believe it. Oh boy. It's Snowman. We're talking about Snowman.
Snowman.
But-
Yes.
Okay, so what did you understand, Michael? You can say that in Italian. Maybe you can try to
Allora,
recall everything.
innanzitutto quello che mi ha fatto pensare dell'inverno, cioè questo si è sentito. Però all'inizio pensavo si parla di qualche cibo perché saporito, cioè è più bello, più buono, fantastico, anzi. Però poi, non so, ho capito che si trattava delle palle, cioè allora sì, è quello, come si chiama? Non so così in italiano, snowman. But, mi ha fatto piacere, sì. Poi anche la pichiric, i ragazzi, i bambini. Pichiric è dal greco anche questo. Per questo ridevo. Mm. Yes.
Okay, and Joanna?
Sí,
En
claro, es
español.
nombre de nieve.
Pero, ¿qué entendiste?
Sí, voy a hablar siempre español porque, bueno, es mi mejor lengua romance. Pero bueno, no creo que, yo también creo que es un hombre de nieve. Lo que yo también he entendido es que se trata bueno, de pelotas o que pelotas de nieve que se usan para construir algo, para jugar. Para los niños, es algo que se hace por divertimiento y también puede tener un elemento fantástico como bueno, ya sabemos, ya hemos visto toda clase de hombres de nieves en las películas, ¿no? Que incluso la celebra Hombre de Nieves que se emita cada año en Navidad, al menos aquí en Finlandia. Entonces yo creo que debería de ser un hombre de nieve. Eso es lo que he entendido.
Muy bien. Correcto, está correcto. Siciliano se dice... Momentito.
Chi sono pupazzo di neve?
Pupazzo na neve.
Pupazzo di nivi. In Latin,
Opus nivalis.
pupus nivalis. And pupazzo di neve. What language is that? Is it Italian?
Italian,
Italian.
yeah. I was missing that. I couldn't say pazzo di neve.
Yes, so this is it. Yeah, but let's have a look at the written text real quick. So, yeah, maybe we can play it again.
Zocco, è una cosa fatta di neve. Ava fai un cristiano. Normalmente si fanno 3 grandi palle di neve, che sono diverse di misura, e sono appiccicate una sopra l'altra. Qualche volta lo fanno più saporito, mettendoci tipo il ruabbe, i capped, o cose come la carota per un naso, e tipo il ruaccio in taluacchi. È una cosa piaciuta un NBA, specialmente per i picciriddi. È un simbolo NBA, a divertimento e fantasia.
Yes, so
Chi sono pupazzi di neve?
yes, so that's what it is. Do you see any more cognates now or interesting words here in the text?
For the I said in Italian before, Pichiridi, for me sounds very Greek. It's the small kids. Yeah.
So how do you say that in Greek?
Pichirikia.
Pichirikia.
So, but I was telling cognatives, saporito, written here. In Italian means flavors. Yes. En español también, muy saborido. That's why I was thinking that it's a food, but I don't know.
Interesting. And Joanna, any comments?
Bueno, I do see, now that I can read it, I see many more cognates. And that ones that I also recognize from Italian, but I would have to like delve deeper into it to find out what exactly some of the things are. And also Greek has borrowed a lot of Italian words, especially modern Greek, so.
So it works
Yes,
both ways.
Yes, after the.
Yeah. So, but as far as the Greek cognates go, I mean, my modern Greek is lacking. So.
Okay, no worries. Because Joanna, you speak so many languages, right? You also speak some Polish, and you speak lots of Germanic languages too. Yes, so that's great. But what do you think about Sicilian in general? Maybe Michael, what's your impression of Sicilian as a person who speaks
I love
Italian?
how it sounds, because what I love about dialects is they sound, the melody, and I don't know, it's and it's really it has this essence of the dialect that is a home language in, yes, like I said, like that. That's the Sicilian peoples, it's like they proper yes, the creative society. So I love to hear it. I love to listen to it. Yeah.
It sounds very interesting. Clara says that in the end, I understand more easily Spanish than Sicilian dialect. And Clara is an Italian native speaker. So obviously you still can make sense out of Sicilian, but Spanish sounds much easier to understand than Sicilian. Oh, and the question is, what's Ruazzi? Let me identify that.
Ruabi. Ah, Ruaci. Ah, più naso e Ruaci, i Ruachi. Ruaci.
Let's see.
Are they like buttons or something?
I guess.
Let me check.
Rami. Rami is, so it has to be the Waki. Arms. I was thinking about the arms. It has to do, so replace the.
So that sentence, the sentence that contains that word, which is the third sentence in the description, it translates as some decorations are added, such as sticks, hats, and carrot noses and eyes.
So it's the branches of the trees, yes?
It seems like it, right?
Yeah, sticks.
Joanna.
Sticks in the sense of, yeah, so the hands.
So what raci means then? Raci?
I mean, I am close to understand that has to do with the branch, rua. Rami, in Italian. So rami, it means the, yes, or the branch of the tree.
Something for the eyes. Stones.
Wachi, si, oki.
So maybe the translation I have is not complete. And it didn't translate
No, I
that
think the
keyword.
translation does not mention that the thing that is used exactly for the eyes.
But we could imagine it's some sort of a rock, maybe a coal, potentially. I'll have to ask
Yeah, it
Gabriel
could be like
about
it could be like rock, it could be like rocki, or something like this.
Yeah, like stones,
sì,
rocks.
Rocchini.
Yes. So Clara, she
Una
Clara
roca,
thinks it's stones.
algo así.
Yeah.
So little rocks, maybe.
Sí.
Glasses. I'm sure it's not glasses. Snowmen don't wear glasses.
Apparently it's coal.
How do you know? Did you just check it or?
No, it says that in the chat.
Okay. Ruachi, coal. Okay.
Okay, Wachi is eyes, as I guessed, because of the oki. Is when it's written, has similarities.
Okay.
Yes, I would also say carbon. That would make more sense, but you know.
But that's
But who am I to tell a Sicilian what to say?
dialect. Yes, so that's fine. That's fine. So what we can do next, I have one more Sicilian challenge. So today is all about the Sicilian language, but it's going to be a different speaker that speaks maybe slightly different variety. We'll see. By the way, Diego just entered the chat and said Ruazzi are cognates with Portuguese
Rochas.
rochas.
Roches.
Rochas.
Rochas. Okay. So,
Yes, so we figured it out. Great. Okay, so let me go to the next challenge. Let's listen.
So che questa cosa viene appennuta in mezzo a due alberi, solitamente, utilizzando due corde. Viene impiegata come un posto per riposarsi e in genere quando fuori è cavolo o quando si viaggia. È popolare in regioni tropicali perché consente a chi si riposa di ventoliarsi in anticchia. In certe culture può essere usata magari per fare dormire i picciriti. È facile da trasportare e è una comodità se tu si vuole montarla presto.
Okay. So we're gonna listen to it again. Okay.
So che questa cosa viene appennuta in mezzo a due alberi, solitamente, utilizzando due corde. Viene impiegata come un posto per riposarsi, in genere quando fuori è cavolo o quando si viaggia. È popolare in regioni tropicali perché consente a chi si riposa di ventoliarsi in anticchia. In certe culture può essere usata magari per fare dormire i picciriti. È facile di trasportare e è una comodità se tu si vuole montarla presto.
Okay. Okay. Any ideas? Tal vez empezamos con Joanna. Joanna, ¿qué entendiste?
Esta vez, muy poco, la verdad. Muy poco, la verdad. Que he oído algo que es muy fácil de transportar, de trasladar de lugar a lugar. Y algo que tiene que ver con la palabra cábulo. Y creo que es algo que se puede consumir. Mi idea era que es como, no sé, una botella de vino o algo que la gente suele consumir, pero bueno, ahí no, aquí no creo que voy a aceptar, para nada.
Okay. Michael?
Mhm. I guess the word it is the no,
Maybe you can try in
no, in Polish.
Italian.
Ok, no Spanish. Hablo en español, ¿por qué no? Ahora, me parece por el contexto del todo, todavía no sé cómo es español. O sea, lo que se pone entre dos árboles para hacerte dormir, porque se estaba hablando, es fácil a transportar, lo puedes tomar contigo fácilmente. Por los niños, porque había usado esta misma palabra de chirique, así más o menos, para adormentarlos. Pues esto se encuentra fácilmente en las regiones tropicales. Entonces, ¿cómo es? En Polish it's hammock. En español,
¿Una hamaca?
Hamaca.
Hamaca, creo.
sí.
Entonces, es una hamaca. Sí. And in Sicilian, it's
Stiamo parlando da Naka.
naka.
Parando de naca. Mamma mia. Stanno parando de naca. Oh.
So let me just place this text over here. Yes, and it also means a cradle in Sicilian. So
For the babies too, does the mothers take?
for the
Cradle.
babies, like
Cuna.
cradle, not cradle, cradle. Yeah, like where
Uh-huh.
people put their kids to sleep. And
Una
basically,
cuna.
because in
Vale.
traditional Sicilian cradle looks like a hammock. It's like a hammock. So that's what it means. So, amaka, is that, what language is that, amaka?
I have no idea what language that is, but in Spanish, I think there should be an H in front of it, hamaca.
Yes, if it is mostly Italian, because Italians evitate to use una hamaca, pero no sé
H.
cómo es en italiano.
Yes, so Clara got it this time. It's a hammock. And Claudio, he said cavuru.
Yes, I think that was in respect to the fact that I used the word cavolo.
Which is?
I forgot what it means. Sorry.
It's a vegetable.
Okay.
It's a vegetable. Or, che cavolo! It's a way to express, what's that?
Okay then. So now when you look at the the words? Do you see any particular cognates?
Appinuata. Nel mezzo di arboli. And this is what I understand, arboli, so the trees. So appinuta, appended, in mezzo, in the middle of the trees. Suitamenti. Suitamenti. boh. Solitamenti.
I think
Utilizzando.
it's trees that are like on their own or that stand a bit apart from the rest of the trees, so that you have space to tie the hammock to.
So that's
Como árboles sueltos, algo así.
Sueltos. Claro. Sí, sin algún ramos, sin ramos para poner las cordas.
Sí.
Yes. So actually, Claudio just
ramas.
mentioned what cavalry is hot. Cavalry is hot, and amaca is in Italian. So thank you for answering all our questions. But so I'm going to read the English translation now for this one, and let's see if that's going to help us recognize more cognates. So this thing is hung between two trees or posts using two ropes. It is used as a place to relax, especially when outdoors or when traveling. It is popular in tropical regions because it allows people to hang and swing in a breeze. In some cultures, it can also be used as a sleeping area for babies. It is easy to transport and set up quickly. Yes.
Yeah, and I would probably add that it's also easy because you're not on the ground, so it's easy to avoid stupid things like ants and stuff crawling into your bed.
Yeah, but it still doesn't solve the problem of spiders, though.
No.
So
No,
yeah.
but if you want to avoid the dangerous spiders, just don't go to Australia.
Don't go to Australia. Yes. Yeah, but some people they even tie their hammocks like really up there in the trees. That it's the safest place apparently. And
Yes.
no
It's
wild
the safest
cats can
place
reach
because a lot of animals also cannot climb those trees, I think. Yeah.
And also here the Italian that helps montaia presto, montaia for the Spanish. Anyway, montare presto.
Yeah,
In
presto, but
español,
presto I know from Italian.
yes, whereas in Spanish we say rápido, in French also.
Se puede botar de inmediato o rápidamente, sí, claro.
Okay. Se dice en español entonces presto, hagas presto, ¿se dice?
No, pronto, creo, pero...
Pronto.
O listo. Presto es listo.
Sí.
Yeah.
Mientras en italiano, fai presto. That's why in Italian here it's more...
Yeah, but and even in English you can say, hey, presto, so...
yeah?
Yes.
Okay.
Presto. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, sure you can.
Yeah, and we have an interesting comment from Diego from Brazil. Brazilian Portuguese rede or regi. I don't know how to read that. Which is the same word.
It's Brazilian
for
Portuguese. I never learned Brazilian Portuguese, so.
It's the same word for net and hammock. So let me just quickly check how to read this. It's
Rede.
hedge. Yes, R actually. I remember in Portuguese R is read as
Rede.
hedge.
It's not position.
Yeah, I would read that as red or something.
Red in Portugal. Yes, thank you, Claudio, for your comments. And I think you mentioned something that in the English translation there was no talk about posts. Yeah, I don't remember. How did I translate those? Maybe I did use the ChatGPT to translate those sentences. I need to ask my Sicilian speakers to proofread the translations.
Yeah. I am an engineer, so I know the limits of ChatGPT. So
Yeah,
it's a
so
gesture, but
yeah, so tell us a little bit about that. What are the limits?
ChatGPT, yes, where he can give you some guidelines, but if you want to express clearly man-to-man communication, it can be misleading, yes. So it's not proper translator. It's yeah. If I had to suggest some translators, okay, maybe it's not the place, but not ChatGPT.
But it's getting better, I think, right? Like the more you feed, the more data you feed into it, the better translations get.
Yes, until the moment that it is not starting to developing its own, let us say, database, so that he tells you what you want. Yes. Until this point is okay, but so I don't know. I cannot say. I'm feared to imagine because I don't know how it will develop.
Okay. And Joanna, what do you think about ChatGPT as a professional translator?
I don't really use it because I interpret more than I translate.
Okay.
So for me, it's as a translator, I don't really work with the written word. I work mostly with the spoken word. So I don't really have an opinion, but I think that because it's AI, it will always be hard for it to overtake human logic, because there is so much nuance to the way that humans use language that ChatGPT can become very good, even excellent, but it will always continue to miss certain nuances and miss the creativity that humans provide. So that's what I would say. And part of the interest of interpreting and translating for me is that it has to be done on the spot, and that you're so forced to be creative and agile with your thoughts. And ChatGPT can give you a basic idea, maybe even a very, very stellar basic idea, but it cannot capture that creativity because, as far as I can tell, AI still is not creative. It doesn't think for itself. And that creativity is still what computers are always going to lack, unless the creativity is what can be programmed into the computer somehow. So as long as that element is missing, then I don't think it will ever overtake. I think it might be a useful tool, but I don't think it will ever overtake human human
ChatGPT is
efforts.
a robot.
It might help in
Yeah.
streamlining and standardizing certain things, though. But
Yes, in
I think
sense of
the beauty is creativity.
standardization. Standardization, yes, but not this energy that can man provide when he expresses himself. And also from the engineering point of view, it's not like some projects, some solutions has to be replying to the needs, yes, to construct
Yeah.
something. So, and this power can give a man because he knows the reality, the context, the everything. Yeah.
Yes. So that is exactly what I would say. Yeah.
Yes. Well.
So I mean,
Yeah.
I could use it as a tool, but I would not rely on it.
Yeah.
Yes. It always needs someone a human, to have a look at it and verify if it makes sense. Because sometimes it makes very stupid mistakes or very tiny mistakes that a human would never make.
That's true.
Yeah, but with the Sicilian challenges, I collaborated with humans, so that's great.
You mentioned.
Yeah. But for other challenges, I think it worked nicely. We can do one more before we finish it. Let me look at the sentences that it generated regarding. Okay. Regarding the Portuguese a sentence that is supposed to be understood by most speakers of Romance languages. So let me paste that sentence. Oh no, sorry. Here is the sentence. I'm going to play it in a second, so no panic. I'm just trying to make it so you can see it well. Okay, let's play it.
A arquitetura contemporânea reflete a diversidade cultural e utiliza materiais sustentáveis para proteger o meio ambiente.
I think everybody just understood this sentence with no problems, right?
No, and it's like exactly the same sentence in Spanish too. So
Yeah, how would that sound in Spanish then?
la arquitectura contemporánea refleja la diversidad cultural y utiliza materiales sostenibles para proteger el medio ambiente.
Michael, do you want to translate that into Italian or French?
Ok. Et en French, l'architecture contemporaine réfléchit la diversité culturelle et utiliser les matériaux sustainables pour protéger l'ambiente. E in italiano, l'architettura contemporanea riflette la diversità delle culture e utilizza materiali sostenibili per proteggere l'ambiente.
I think in French, could you say l'environnement instead of...
L'environnement, oui. I was considering ambiente. I think it's only in Spanish, medio ambiente or medio ambiente.
Medio ambiente is definitely Spanish, el medio ambiente.
Yes, so French and Italian doesn't use this medio.
Clara suggests it's this.
Pour protéger l'environnement, ça a l'air un peu plus naturel en français. Oui.
Oui.
And in English,
l'ambiance is among people.
The atmosphere.
Atmosphere, yes, ambiance.
Yeah.
Ambiance.
Yes, that's the atmosphere. In English,
Yeah,
contemporary architecture reflects the cultural diversity and uses sustainable materials to protect the environment.
correct. Yes, so that's great. That it's basically even the environment, is the word that exists in French also. So in this case, English sounds like a Romance language, basically.
Yeah, it's always like that when we're talking technical terms.
Yeah, the Latin influence. Yeah, in Slavic languages it would sound differently. Like we would just have architectura maybe, that, and kultura, and that's it. Materiał, and that's it, basically. But yeah, that's good. So maybe we can do one more because that was pretty easy. Okay, this is a good one. Oh, sorry. Again, something happens with the shortcuts. Okay, I'm going to play it in Brazilian Portuguese. Oh no, it disappeared. 1 second.
A educação é fundamental para o desenvolvimento humano, promovendo a igualdade e a cooperação entre as nações.
One more time, for good measure.
A educação é fundamental para o desenvolvimento humano, promovendo a igualdade e a cooperação entre as nações.
Good. So I think it's also pretty understandable to everybody. Who wants to go first? Maybe Michael, do you want to translate that into Italian?
Oui.
Or French, yeah.
Yes, I was not in French, so start with that. Alors, l'éducation est fondamentale pour le développement humain en promouvant de l'égalité et la coopération, peut-être, oui, coopération, oui, entre les nations. I was confused entre coopération et collaboration, but okay, I was stuck. Anyway, Italian. L'educazione è fondamentale per lo sviluppo umano, promuovendo la uguaglianza e la cooperazione tra le nazioni.
And Joanna, Spanish and Romanian?
La educación es fundamental para el desarrollo humano, promoviendo la igualdad y la cooperación entre las naciones.
Romanian?
Educația este fundamental pentru I don't remember what the word for development was in
Dezvoltarea?
Dezvoltarea, da. Pentru dezvoltarea umană, promovând egalitate și colaborare între națiuni.
Okay, that sounds good. So, in English?
Education is fundamental for human development, promoting equality and cooperation between nations.
You also interpret in simultaneous interpretation in English, Joanna?
Yeah, I have done simultaneous interpreting into English. Yes, I have.
Yeah, so it's like instant.
Yeah. It's because Dutch, English, and Spanish are my working languages. So if it's one of those three, yeah, then it's very fast.
Yes. So AI is not there
like
yet.
if I had to do French or Romanian, I have to take a little while because my Romanian is a bit rusty, and so is my French. So, and they're not languages that I work with on a daily basis.
Yes.
That's the poverty. If you know the language, but you cannot, work on it daily.
Yeah.
Yeah. So those were very good examples generated by ChatGPT. Pretty good examples that are easily understandable to speakers of all Romance languages. And just maybe final comments from people in the chat regarding the environment that we were discussing. So in Romanian, it's possible to say mediul.
Mediul înconjurător.
Right, that means environment.
It's not a word that I've seen used, but it could probably be used.
So it's just like just to show the cognates, kind of.
Yes.
How they used il medio ambiente.
Yes, Italian, they don't use the medio. They just say l'ambiente.
What I see here is the comment about the l'istruzione instead of educazione. And after the comment comes again. Yes, also for me, like to instruct, l'istruzione is to show how to do. Yes, so exactly has to much more to develop some culture, personal culture. Yes, whereas education, yes, can be more generic, as we know.
So I think Claudio is saying that instruzione concerns culture and educazione behavior. So maybe it's the false friend, like.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, depends from the sentence in this case. Whereas what says here Claudio is correct, as I hear it, as I read it.
Basically, both like translations would make sense in Italian, right?
L'istruzione, just to mention that how to perform. So somebody comes and teaches me step by step how I have to do, so I can after apply these instructions. Yes, at least if Claudio is disagreeing with me.
Yeah, I mean, there's also another word in Spanish for education, which is often used for education in the schooling system, which is la enseñanza.
Enseñanza.
Enseñanza. Sí, claro que la enseñanza es el sistema escolar, es lo que se enseña a los niños, ¿vale?
So Claudio says, I don't know about educação in Portuguese. If educação is like education in English, it's istruzione in Italian. Essere educato means being
Yes,
polite.
essere educato means to have, yes, exactly the behavior. So the right way of being among the people, let us say, not to be an animal, very,
To
defined.
be civilized.
Yeah, to be civilized, yes.
Yes, but it could also mean here, educação could also mean that this kind type of politeness or this being formed or educated could also mean that is fundamental for human development. I don't know what exactly is meant.
Which is kind of interesting,
You need the
right?
context to know that.
Exactly, like when you're translating this kind of words, you need a little bit more context, I suppose.
I think educazione and istruzione could both work. It just depends on the context in which you would use this phrase. If we are talking about teaching children in schools, then I guess l'istruzione might make more sense.
Because the children will learn that they should segregate, let us say, the rubbish, yes, plastics, glasses, yes. So you show them where, what, how to. And whereas, yes, so that's what we want to mention. If we want to mention a generic knowledge, yes, we say education, maybe also behavior, but the way of doing is istruzione in Italian, yeah.
And just a final comment from Ben Marius C. In Romanian, it alternates between
învățământ
and educație.
From învăța. A teacher is an învățător or o învățătoare.
Yeah, so it seems that it's based on the same principle as enseñanza.
Yes, enseñanza and învățământul. Because in Romanian the article comes after the substantive.
Interesting. So we are in agreement with Claudio here that it's a false friend. So we have to be careful with these two words.
Yes, you have to be careful because. But I also don't know the pormenores of the Portuguese language, so.
Yes, but it would,
the details.
Like if you were a translator, you would have to like research that and just make sure that.
I think this is something that a good translator would instantly know, because this is something that this is so common in general texts that this is something that a translator wouldn't. If a translator really has to research that, then that's a bit iffy, I think.
I mean, yes.
Because for me,
if someone is a professional, but if you're translating from a language that you don't know,
then it's different. But then you'd have to look it up. But a professional translator should be able to make this distinction, I think.
Yeah, I mean that's one of the challenges of learning languages that are similar to yours, or languages from the same language family of the languages that you already know. That sometimes we assume that we know some words, right? And then it turns out that there's much more nuance to them.
Yeah, there is.
Last digression, it's I was thinking ekpedevsi, which is in Greek, so about the
Yeah.
education in Greek. Yes, so ekpedevsi is like a bringing out of being like a child, exactly a child that doesn't know how to do. So and inclines more to this l'istruzione, the Italian istruzione. So I guess yeah, in the sense that now I think if I have to translate is. So how could be this word expressed in other languages to construct maybe a little bit of sense, even if it's so equivocal, let us say, if it is equivocal.
So I think Claudio also speaks Greek. Is this correct?
Yeah, he wrote it.
Ekpedevsi.
Yes. Okay. So
He's missing the accent though, which is mandatory
Yes,
in
at
Greek,
the end.
which is interesting
Yeah. So
because the
yes,
accent is necessary to know where you put the stress.
because otherwise changes the meaning. Exactly.
Yes.
Based on that.
okay, great. So I think we can finish here. We had a pretty good run to today. We've covered the Sicilian language mostly, some Portuguese, did a little bit of Romanian also. So thank you guys for calling in and hanging out today. So I'm just going to change to this screen and say to everybody, have a good night. I will see you in a month time on this channel, but next week we are going to be covering the Slavic languages on the Slavic Languages Hub. So if you're into this kind of thing, into Slavic languages, you're welcome to join us next week. So that's all for tonight. Take care. Ciao.
Thank you.